The Pats at the line, ready to go. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
At the 25-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Brady. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
66. 41 Mike, 41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brady. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Brown, his first catch. It's a 1st down.
Hey, set. Alabama, 380.
Brady now on 1st down. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Now, how many times have we seen that? 3rd down, and Tom Brady turning to old reliable Julian Edelman. Of course, no Rob Gronkowski now. Edelman, the main holdover, the 33. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
Well, that's the 2nd time they've gotten to Brady, and you've got to do it a variety of ways. You want your regular pressure. Sometimes you have to bring extra. But in this case, they got to him, and that just doesn't happen very often.
It's a rarity. He's just such a veteran. His pocket presence so good. But, hey, tip of the cap to the D. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. J.J. Watt in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack, as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. Brady. Got a man. It's Brown. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down. Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Brady. And he's got a man, Demaryius Thomas. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on 1st down. Michel. And he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And they will run it with Michel. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Michel on an island by himself in the backfield. Second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sony Michel, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Gostkowski with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Looking to throw on second down. Watson. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Here we go.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Johnson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Come off the ball. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Here we go, G. Get off the field. 24.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Open man, the tight end fouls. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Watson to throw on 3rd down. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. With it is Brown. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Patriots take over.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Everybody set. 380. Here we go. Watch tight end. Tight right. Everyone, you got four down. Ringo. Everyone, 37's the Mike. Mike 37. I got you. Alpha. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine. Everyone, 37's the Mike. Go. You. Ready, hit.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Brady gives this to White, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Watch the run.
Play action. Now it's Brady. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. The final shot before half for Brady. Towards the end zone for Brown. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
At the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here I come again.
Back to the ground. This time it's Hyde. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Double dog. That's the way.
Here's Watson. And he finds Stills, complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A good pickup there at 22.
Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Set. 3T. Mike. Push him back. Push him back. Go.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
Who's set? 19. 53. 124. Switch.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. He finds his man Johnson. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Set. 19. Right there. 54 Mike. You must be dreaming.
To throw on 3rd down. Watson underneath for Johnson. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
58 Mike. 58.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that is going to be incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And it's Michel once again. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check three. Hey, check it.
1st down, here's White. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it is for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player as well as a physical specimen.
Gets it to Gordon. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Well, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Hey, 166.
Now Brady. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Again, it's Hyde. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Under 10. Mike, 53.
Out of the gun, Watson. And Stills bringing it in. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Texans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Here's Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. It's complete. Stills. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Back now in Houston, it's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. Watson on 1st down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal.
Let's get off the field, D.
Now Watson operating from the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. That drive took them inside to 10. Good job defensively to hold them to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Texans scoop it and put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are back within a single score. And all of a sudden, we've got a ball game. They get the touchdown. Then on the kickoff, they get another touchdown, picking up the fumble, taking it to the house in just a matter of moments. 2 quick scores, Charles.
Every time we start to neglect special teams and big plays that occur off of them, something like this happens that reminds us we've got ourselves a game now.
Watson now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw is Brady. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. This will be caught by Brown. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down, Patriots.
Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Brady, 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. On the ground, Michelle. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. Going on the ground, it's White. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Brady now on 1st down. This is White on the screen. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Tackle made by Whitney Merciless. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Again, it's Michel. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They go to Johnson again. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. And Stills over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
They'll look to throw, and he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed him. Instead, 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Go. Go. He goes to use you. He comes to me, it's me.
He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells, and it's 3rd down. This entire defensive unit, Charles, they've really put in a good shift tonight, so to speak.
I like how you phrased that. This has been a good shift. They punched the clock the entire evening. They ought to have shirts that have their names on them in the front to let them know these are blue-collar workers who are getting it done.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Get him. Check 24. Check 53.
Now Watson. Flushed out right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. They were looking for Johnson that time.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel-downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Michelle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Now Michelle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Let's go, man.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Patriots, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Pocket got heroes. Left pocket got pound, pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel got a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off each